What's up, everyone? Welcome to Bench. My name's Joey, joined by my co-host and brother, Angel. What's up, big dog?
What's up? Hello.
Over to the box. Not sure if I'm there yet. We need an adjective for that. Nonetheless, Gabe with the Disneyland's hoodie, and AJ looking pretty good. I'm into that PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
pullover.
I almost brought the kicks too, but it was a little too much.
Yeah, and we don't have that angle anyway.
You can't see it.
And they can't see
Well,
it.
you guys can see it.
That's true.
That's true.
Those are ones?
I mean, you're wearing pretty nice.
Yep, I always got ones.
Yeah, that'll work. How you guys doing?
Good, very
Doing
good.
great.
We all recovering from day one free agency?
Nothing happened.
A lot of things happen. I can't go on Twitter right now. Every time I go on Twitter, a new player is in a new place, and I can't mentally keep up with who's where right now.
Yeah, sorry, not week one. Gosh, that was one day. Day one was wild. Many people consensus Eagles won day one. That's kind of what the crowd is saying.
In your home.
Yes, in my home, Eagles.
Talk around my house is the Eagles won day one. Yeah.
Super Bowl favorites, among things have been thrown around.
Okay.
In my family. Anyway, day one free agency was crazy. Day two was pretty nuts as well. Obviously, the big names will come off, but now the savvy GMs start GMing.
Good. Let's not go too fast. Too fast. Too soon.
Yeah, we had big running backs move today, though. A huge pass rusher joined an AFC South team that's looking to take over the division. A lot to go on today. Before we get into that, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome.
Hi.
This is episode 103. We're going to get into all the free agency news that happened on day two of free agency, the negotiation period. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. We do shows 3 times a week, no matter what, all year long. So make sure you're subscribed to catch all of those. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast, thank you for joining the audio version of Benched. And, of course, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Search at Bench Show for all the stuff going up there, highlights from the show, breaking news, all sorts of stuff. We've got some fun ideas for the summer as well.
Yes, we do.
Should be a good time on the socials. I really enjoyed yesterday all the free agency stuff. I really love talking about the Oscars. That was just fun. I've been into the award season more than I ever have, like this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think.
I don't know why. It's just been a big deal for me this year.
No.
Is that an age thing?
No. Maybe because now we live together, and I've always been into the awards, and Alyssa, your wife, has always been in the awards. Now we're all joining as a family.
Yeah, you're really putting my business out in the streets right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut you off.
What?
Baseball season's about to get started.
Yeah.
Basketball season's heating up. Shohei about to rock the not the mound, but the batter's box for the Dodgers. We're Dodgers fans around here. We're LA based, of course. Lakers. Checking with AJ. How the Lakers doing?
Good, not good. Typical LeBron story.
Good, not great.
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs and they'll probably lose in the first or second round.
Or they'll get all the way to the finals and get swept.
This is what we do. This is who we are.
Yeah, it's a sad story. No one feels bad for the franchise with, 17?
No one feels bad for the Lakers. I promise you.
Yeah, I think we're that team. But nevertheless, it's an NFL show. Let's get into the NFL, to the news.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
Yesterday felt like quite the marathon. What?
No, not a big news at all. I didn't know that Josie Jewell got $22 million. That's just crazy. That's over.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That didn't make the cut, but I understand.
No,
He's a Bronco.
I saw it and I was like, I didn't know he got that. Carolina is giving out money over there.
Yeah. What was his guaranteed money?
3 year, 22, $10 million guaranteed for a first and second down linebacker.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I guess we're starting with Josie Jewell.
Josie Jewell
to the Panthers. That's really what the people.
He made the show.
It's really what the people are here for.
Friend of the show, Josie Jewell. What's up, Josie?
Yeah. In case you were watching, you thought, I wonder if the Panthers picked up any
Or I wonder if they're talking about
fringe starting linebackers.
I know we could talk about Josie Jewell today. I wonder.
No, we're gonna start with Aaron Jones here. Aaron Jones does something that feels personal. Joins the Vikings immediately the day after. Was a free agent for less than 24 hours before he joins the Vikings. 1 year, $7 million deal. If he plays 2 games a year, I know which 2 games he's going to play.
Yeah, I can't wait for him versus Green Bay. He might start crying while he's running on the field.
So the consensus on Twitter that I saw was Packer fans a little pissed about how Aaron Jones was done.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if he goes to Lambeau and they boo him in any way, I'm just going to go off on Packer fans the whole week on this show.
They booed Aaron, right?
Did they? Did they boo Aaron?
We haven't got a chance.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
We got a chance.
Right? I mean, you better respect Aaron Jones.
No. They really did seem mad. But it's not his fault. that Gutekunst tried to goot half his contract.
He literally
50%.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about it yesterday, so we won't talk about it too much, but they literally, like, that's literally extortion.
That's messed up.
There's people in prison for that.
Yeah, like, hey, take half the money or your ass is gone. Next thing you know, Aaron Jones signs with the Minnesota Vikings.
So Gutekunst, has he always just been like an overall unlikable person?
Gunter.
You asking me this question?
Yeah.
I love him.
Does the
I love him.
Does the fan base like accept him? Like Eagle fans, it's in Howie we trust type stuff right now.
Yeah.
Is that how they are with Gunter?
I think it's hard because when you make these decisions about these lifelong guys, but I mean, you know, are we going to forget about Love? Or forget about the young receiver group? Forget about these offensive linemen we draft every year. We don't forget about the defense. That's
right. I'm not asking you to defend him. I'm asking if the fan base.
I'm not
is
trying to defend them.
Ride
I'm
or
just
die
saying,
with them.
like, the fan base is always so mixed. And you know, when you get rid of the big names, it's hard to love a guy, hard to stick by him.
Okay, so I'm trying to swim through all what you just said, and it sounds like a lot of people don't love him.
No.
It sounds
A
like
lot of people do
are
like him. A lot of people do like him. They just get really upset when these kind of moves happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Green Bay,
understandable.
we are very sensitive with some of our bigger name players.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
sensitive.
Aaron Jones is the
That one hurt.
He's been a star for a minute. So
That one hurt a lot.
for sure.
Yeah, that into the Vikings though. That's quite the if I have a running back.
I was a little. I was offended by that a little bit.
That's the like as rival as you can get is the Vikings.
Straight to the Vikings.
Yeah.
That's like what I'm saying. If he does get booed, I'm not mad at it.
Not a great. Okay.
I'm not mad
I guess
at
we'll
that.
see when that show happens.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes. I did hope that he would go somewhere that'd be a little more impactful.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be a playoff
No,
contender.
this is personal.
Yeah.
This is clearly personal.
He's going to play 18 games or however many games they have by the start of next year.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be over. Like there's going to be nothing, no postseason for him next year. So I want to see him go into Texans. Luckily, Texans.
You know, he's probably gonna have a good
had
year.
other plans.
He's probably gonna have a good year.
Derrick Henry is heading over to Baltimore in a move that we kind of all saw coming for a while. Like ever since the last trade deadline, like we thought he was going to end up in Baltimore. He signs with Baltimore 2 years, $16 million. Could be up to $20 million with incentives.
Yeah.
$9 million guaranteed. A nice contract for going into the age 30 year.
Yeah, this is a nice, very nice signing. I think they need they've been so plagued at running back for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, a bunch of guys in and out. Keaton Mitchell this year. Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell's a pretty nice backfield.
Yeah, if Keaton Mitchell come back healthy, was that an ACL or Achilles?
I think ACL. Oh, his knee went the wrong way. Yeah, it's I don't know.
One of those.
Yeah,
If you can come back healthy, him and Derrick Henry seem like the
that's-
perfect thunder lightning.
they're
fit.
definitely gonna lead the league in rushing.
I could see all three of them on the field together. Lamar,
Yeah,
Derrick, and the question is going to be when they get to the playoffs is Harper going to try to prove that he's a throwing quarterback again? Because then it just doesn't
please,
matter.
for the love of God, don't do that. You have Derrick Henry now.
That's been the case. They
Yeah.
just stop running, stop running the ball. So hopefully Derrick Henry, this giant man standing there, can just deter them from doing that. We'll see. The Dolphins made a lot of moves today. The first one of the day was Shaq Barrett getting signed there for $9 million. Shaq Barrett led the league in sacks just a couple years ago.
I love Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, original Bronco.
Richard Bronco. He's a Super Bowl winner with the Bucs and the Denver Broncos. Very nice ad for them.
Yeah, we're gonna get to a couple of Dolphins deals today, but a lot of them are like this: vets who are not quite washed yet. Like they were good recently.
He was hurt last year. He was coming back from a injury last year.
Yeah.
He just never got his footing.
So they're all gonna be in that recovery room during camp.
Yeah.
Him and Robert Quinn.
Yeah.
And the other guy.
Jalen Phillips,
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb.
Oh man.
Basically the whole room, the whole pass rusher room.
That's right. Well, at least if you have a bunch of those guys.
Well, no, he's healthy
One or
now.
two of them has to be healthy.
Yeah. He's healthy now.
Yeah. Mike Gesiki was he most recently, I think, on the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
He goes over to the Bengals. A lot of these, there's a couple of these tight end moves today that are kind of sneaky good. I'm seeing Gesicki kind of lined up in kind of a slot position. You have T. Higgins out there, Jamar Chase out there.
And then what comes with him is that god awful. What's
Gritty?
it called?
The gritty.
The gritty.
He'll have some gritty lessons though. Jamar Chase is
Yeah, Chase right next to you, dude.
Yeah.
But this might be a rhythm issue rather than a talent issue.
I don't think Joe Burrow's going to let him get away with that. I feel like that he's
It's a pretty cool dudes on that.
Yeah,
on that
exactly.
offense. Like
he was on the Patriots. It's different.
Yeah, a bunch of dorks over there.
Yeah, you had Mac Jones.
Shout out to New England. Bunch of
Yeah.
freaking dorks over there.
Yeah, they're still signing guys like dorks.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
The Bills safety Jordan Poyer, longtime Bills safety Jordan Poyer, is going to stay in the division, head over to the Dolphins as well on a 1-year deal. This kind of we were talking about. They add Joey and Poyer to that defensive backfield, replacing Brandon Jones, who left to the Broncos. Jordan Poyer is someone who
Poyer's nice.
he's really good still.
Yeah, him and Holland's a pretty good safety duo. I think they're doing a nice job at collecting these guys who aren't expensive, who aren't in their prime, but you can do a lot worse than Poyer and Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, if you're going to have a quarterback making what Tua's about to make, you either got to do this or just go get a bunch of rookies.
Yeah, I think this is great. And then this also gives you time to draft players and just have them develop behind these like veterans.
Not to mention Poyer's leadership ability and what he's going to do to that locker room.
Yeah, and he has some beautiful eyes. Have you seen this man's eyes?
He does have great eyes. Yeah.
Handsome man.
Jameis Winston, the best personnel in the NFL, is heading over. Is heading over to Cleveland. So they're building that quarterback room. Did Flacco ever actually get signed?
No,
I don't think he did. Right?
Comeback player of the year? No, he didn't.
So Jameis Winston will be in the room with Deshaun Watson. Need a camera in there, but we'll see. I think he's going to get a couple starts this year because Deshaun Watson hadn't stayed healthy.
Hot take. This is closer than people think. Winston and Jameis Winston. Winston and Watson.
Yeah.
I like Winston a lot, and I don't really love Watson's on-the-field play this year or last year.
I mean, we saw the Browns do really well with Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Then
with Joe Flacco.
They haven't looked the same since Deshaun Watson came.
Yeah.
The rest of that season and last year when he did play. If he's stinking it up, and say he goes down for a couple games,
and then Winston comes in. Do they make the same mistake and go back to Watson?
Look, that's going to be.
This is interesting because Watson actually has talent. He's not Flacco.
Winston.
Where it's just, man, I am getting those guys mixed up.
Winston Watson is an easy thing to get.
Yeah, that's all right. You can get a pass on that one.
But this is interesting. This is a very interesting quarterback room because I don't know which one's more talented at this point of their career.
Yeah, because this isn't Joe Flacco. You obviously are not going to stick with Joe Flacco if Deshaun Watson is healthy. I spit the crap out of my tongue. If Deshaun Watson's healthy, but if Jameis Winston
and Winston will just chuck it down the field to to Judy, Cooper, to Judy, to Elijah Moore, to Njoku.
I like it. This next one I am very personally excited about. This is one of my personal favorite players in the NFL. Tight end Irv Smith.
How did he make the show?
Oh yeah, because your boy put together the news segment.
Okay, I snuck in at Broncos, so you can sneak
right off the bat.
Yeah.
We led with Josie Jewell.
Yeah, Josie Jewell.
So I'm going to talk about Irv Smith.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. Irv Smith signs with the Chiefs. You're not excited about this?
No.
What?
This has been good for 3 years.
That's not
but
true.
It's a nice backup to. No, he's not even better than Gray. They're a backup tight end there.
No, Gray's pretty good.
Yeah,
so he'll be in the mix.
Thrashing tight end. Let's give him some shout out.
That's true. Damn it. All right, let's move on here. This is one of AJ's favorite players. The Falcons are signing Bears former receiver Darnell Mooney. They're just adding more weapons to that already stacked class. He's going to get 26 fully guaranteed over 3 years. AJ, I want you to break down Darnell Mooney, how just amazing he is at football. What do you think?
This is a lot of money for a guy who's done nothing for a long time.
We had this conversation earlier.
I thought you were opposite.
I really was waiting for it too.
No, in my head, is he a Mooney guy?
I didn't know you watched that much Bears football.
We had this talk earlier.
Okay, go. Sorry.
He had a fake 1,000-yard season. 3 years ago?
How's it fake?
1,000. What was 1,007 yards?
Mike Evans has 1,003 yards.
But you remember those seasons. You remember those catches. You remember those moments from those seasons.
I'm not gonna be like who backs up Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
I'll let you. I don't know enough about it.
That's just a lot of money for a guy with an already deep receiving core with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson catching the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah.
I didn't see them making this kind of move.
I don't mind it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like
it a lot.
I like Darnell Mooney. I just he did surprise me last year how bad he was.
Yeah.
He was running wrong routes. He was dropping the ball. Yeah. He was just disappearing. I watched a lot of Bears games last year, and you would be like, oh yeah, I forgot Darnell Mooney's on this team. He was supposed to get traded at the deadline, didn't. They're just gonna lose him for nothing now. I think so. We've seen there's some ability there, but there's obviously some inconsistency. So we'll
he had a nice payday for that 1 year.
Yeah. And the problem seemed to be when DJ Moore got there. And Darnell Mooney just wasn't getting a million targets.
Yeah,
he couldn't impact the game. Well, guess what? You're about fourth in line for targets in Atlanta. So we'll see. That AJ could be right. This could be a massive overpay or upside. You get prime Darnell Mooney with those guys. That's Gabe, you saw a lot of Darnell Mooney. What do you think?
could be just like a brand new look for them. I mean, you're not asking him to be the number one guy there. He can just go blend in if he could fix up some of his mistakes. Atlanta looks like a totally new, reborn team.
God, Atlanta's going to be fun.
But I know where Age is coming from, though. This is a deal where you already know the guy's good. If it was a 1-year deal, like, okay, I get it. Like, go prove that you can do it. But this is like you're already established guy. Here's a 3-year deal, $39 million.
Yeah, best case scenario, you're getting right what you pay for.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably not much better than but worst case snenario, it could be really bad.
Just a bad contract.
You get last year's Darnell Mooney.
Yeah. Yep.
AJ, you might have changed all of our minds.
I might be him.
Very, very nice. Might be him. Lions are signing Amik Robinson, $9 million deal.
Solid corner.
I want to ask you about because we gave them a lot of crap about their cornerback room, specifically Cam Sutton, who is he still on the team?
And he's ass.
Yeah, he's ass. Carlton Davis, Amik Robinson. Is that enough at corner?
It's an upgrade. It's not probably, I don't know if it's enough, but it's definitely an upgrade.
I feel like they're taking very incremental steps here.
Robertson is good, and Carlton Davis are good. They're both better than what they had last year.
So Carlton Davis, I see him as like a low-end cornerback 1.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is that like they keep getting these like B-, C+ cornerbacks. They need to get an A- guy.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, this is an upgrade. They're seeing
those guys are hard to get.
They're seeing a position of need, and they're at least trying to fix it.
Yeah, throwing some money at it.
Yeah, so I don't mind. I mean,
that's why I realized a good cornerback is so hard to get.
Oh yeah,
like because no one wants to trade him.
Nope.
And you're gonna pay on the open market. You're gonna pay so much more money for him.
Yeah.
It's just. I think you have to do something like this if you're that bad at cornerback.
Yeah, but this is nice stuff. I think with the
I tell you what, you got a real arms race developing between the Lions and the Packers. Like those games are gonna be fun.
Yeah, Lions are, and they're doing it in different ways too. Lions are just paying for their cornerbacks. Packers doing what they do, just draft everybody.
Well, they signed McKinney yesterday.
Yeah,
and today the Lions answer it with Amik Robinson after they had started the game with Carlton Davis. Yeah. I think it's kind of fun the back and forth we're seeing.
It's just an active NFC North right now.
Yeah,
like everyone's making moves.
It's so wide open. Like even with what we saw last year with the Packers and the Lions, it still could be anyone's division this upcoming year.
Those games are going to be a lot of fun. Except for the Vikings. They're going to be really bad.
Yeah. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
I mean, at least the Aaron Jones is going to be something exciting to watch with the Minnesota Vikings.
He's going to be so frustrated.
And he just pulled his hamstring right.
That's why I'm saying, I don't know what. We'll save it. We'll save it.
Do this one quickly here because my tight end takes are just really falling flat today. The Bears have agreed to sign tight end Gerald Everett. I just think it's another weapon behind Cole Kmet along with DJ Moore. I think they're going to either draft Malik Neighbors, Rome Dunze. By the way, how sick a name is Rome?
Rome? It's Rome?
Yeah.
Like the city of Rome.
Like Rome and Dunze.
Oh, nice.
That's a sick name. Anyway, they're collecting weapons there. I mean, it's Caleb Williams, right? I mean.
Yeah. It's all kind of just Fields has nowhere to go.
The O-line's solid.
Uh-huh.
You got I think you need one receiver, but I think they'll get that in the draft.
You drafted a guy to put next to a DJ Moore. You have two good tight ends, a very solid backfield.
Once again, NFC
something
North.
they never did
Can I
for
ask you guys a question
Justin
about
Fields.
that? And I'm being very serious about this. Is it possible they keep Fields, draft him, and then bench him behind Caleb Williams?
So that was kind of story today because everything kind of dried up, right?
Right.
And there's just not a lot. There's the Seahawks apparently, but that's a backup role. The Broncos are out there, but they don't seem very interested unless the price comes way down. Even though I don't know how much further it can drop.
Yeah.
And other than that, I'm not sure where else he goes. So now I think it was Mike Lombardi who brought the idea of he can just be a backup. Maybe the Eagles have been brought up, the Ravens have been brought up. All these teams with running quarterbacks.
That's crazy that he's just a backup.
But to answer your question, yeah, if the only thing they can get for him right now is like a 7th-round pick,
then they're not going to trade him.
That's wild.
I wouldn't trade him. Hold on to him, and eventually someone's
Look what happened last year with the Jets and with the Vikings. If the tables are turned, I'm not. That's just an example.
Mm-hmm. And that's just business 101. If the market's not there,
don't
there's
move
no
it.
reason you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a locker room nightmare.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Because the city loves him.
The players like
the
if
city
DJ Moore
was
wants
chanting his name.
Yeah. If DJ Moore wants him,
DJ
Moore,
Moore
wideout.
Came out right away in the offseason. It was like, well,
That's
DJ
so
Moore.
wild.
See Justin Jefferson? He came out and was talking about Justin Fields.
Really?
Like talking about how good he is, how special he is. Like I don't understand the disconnect here between everything I'm hearing from players. You know what? I hope it isn't. I hope it's not what's happening with Cam Newton. Because this is how players talk about Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Like everyone loves him, but we know he's not like very good.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting that, but
yeah, hopefully not.
There's something about Justin Fields that GMs and head coaches do not want.
Collusion.
I don't know what it is.
Here's a quick thing. Trey Lance, if we remember, was traded for a 4th-round pick. Is Fields' price lower than that?
I don't understand. See, there's a disconnect here. I don't understand because that's a great point. Like Trey Lance has not seen the field for a second,
and he got 4th-round pick.
4th-round pick, and they're probably going to lose him after this season unless they re-sign him.
Yeah,
they're going to get a 4th. They paid a 4th-round pick for a backup that they're probably never going to use because Dak's going to get signed.
Why don't the Cowboys get?
Because they have Trey Lance.
Maybe it's just them being stubborn. Like, we're not going to take anything less than a 1st-round pick. And they said no to so many teams.
I was going to say,
nothing left.
That could be it. That could have been the Bears just coming in so heavy-handed with some crazy price, and it just turned off all
And then now everyone else is just,
I was like, screw you.
We're moving on.
Yeah, I got Jacoby Brissett. I got Gardner Minshew.
I got Jameis Winston.
Yeah, not Zach Wilson. The original Zach Wilson. Drew Lock.
He was, he went to the Giants.
Yeah, so, I think people are just, maybe Ryan Poles is overplaying his hand here.
It's every day he's not traded, his value goes down even more.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's in the toilet. We were talking about maybe a 1st round.
No, we were saying,
definitely a 2nd round.
We were saying like the 11th pick, like with the Vikings or with the, now it's not even touching the 1st round.
There was some.
Now.
I remember maybe they'll send him Patrick Surtain in a 1st.
Yeah, God, that's not happening.
It has been a rough couple days for Justin Fields for sure.
So good on the Bears for signing Gerald Everett. That's what we got on this topic.
But if he does stay, he's gonna have Gerald Everett.
Yeah.
Let's move on here. Chase Young. Sorry, I just kicked the table.
That was me.
Chase Young is having a very Justin Fields-like week. He is.
He's on some visits.
Okay, what was he traded for?
3rd.
A 3rd.
A comp pick 3rd.
And it seems like no one wants him. Pass rushers have gotten paid this year.
Yeah.
Like we saw Danielle Hunter today got paid 98%, whatever,
we'll
guaranteed.
Yeah.
We will, but yeah, no one wants this guy. He's visiting this week with the Panthers, the Saints, and the Titans. He's 24 years old, former number 1 overall pick.
Number 2.
Number 2 overall pick. 24 years old, and already no one wants him.
He's known for being lazy.
Yeah,
you don't want lazy, talented people on your team. It just drags down your entire defense.
He really crapped away what could have been
a golden opportunity.
His home. He could have been a legend in San Francisco, across from his college teammate Nick Bosa,
who just hates him for reasons that are. We'll move on.
Bosa,
I don't know.
It's not true. I don't care what you saw at that UFC fight.
Okay,
it's not true.
Even though I would do the same thing if I was in the situation that Bosa was in at the UFC fight. We won't name names. We'll just say I'd be the same way.
Chase Young is going to visit this week. By the way, doing some old school free agency. No one's visiting anymore.
Yeah,
this guy's like, I want to put pen to paper.
Yeah, this guy's tactic for getting a job is weird. I'm gonna be lazy on the field and then do visits to the worst teams.
It's just you're never gonna be in a situation where you should be more motivated than on a Super Bowl run with the Niners.
And then next year, you're on the Panthers.
No, I'm saying like if you can't play hard, in that situation you're in, like no one wants you.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that one.
Crazy.
That sucks.
Moving on here, Jimmy G, fresh off a actually has he served a suspension yet?
Yes. No.
He's gonna be suspended still.
That was the reason why they were able to get out of it, because on the contract, if you got suspended for any reason, that all the guaranteed money becomes void.
He's gonna be cut. I just want to bring him up because I want us to keep an eye on him on potentially taking another Justin Fields job. So we'll see.
If they pick Jimmy G, who's suspended, over Justin Fields, Fields might be just out of the league next year.
Isn't he suing the Raiders too, or the NFL? And
he might be. I'm not sure.
Tell you what though, he's still a handsome man.
Absolutely.
God.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with the rest of the news. Okay, we're back with more free agency news here on day 2 of free agency. It's been a wild ride so far. You got something you want to share?
Yeah, this is not anything to do with free agency. So right now, pro days are happening.
Yeah.
Quarterback Bo Nix held his workout today.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Not a single GM was there or head coach, except for one, Matt Eberflus.
Yeah, I was going to say, I heard the Bears were going to that for
Why
sure.
did no one go to Bo Nix's? I know it's free agency. I know whatever.
I have an easy answer for that.
That's very interesting.
Because he's about 42. He's played like the most college games ever.
He's the first round pick, though.
People are like, we have enough tape on him. We have 89 games of tape of Bo Nix.
That's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
And that Eberflus is there as if he's acting like we might pick
worst bluff ever.
What are you doing there?
We might take him at 9. You better come trade for that pick.
And myself like, what are you doing here? You're not picking Bo Nix.
If there's anyone I ever want to play poker with, I feel like it's
Eberflus.
Eberflus.
It's like
I will take all his money.
This might be a straight.
Yeah.
It's not a straight. Okay, it's not. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Funny tweet.
I don't know what that means. I don't know. It's very interesting though.
But no, not a single GM.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of that. No one showing up to his pro day.
Like,
so he was just an empty gym with
it was like
and Eberflus?
It was scouts, but it was no like heavy hitters going to see him.
Oh, okay. So they
But no
just sent,
GMs
they sent the C team.
Yeah. It was all just the guys just need to,
I mean, he's supposed to be like the 5th quarterback going now.
Yeah,
Like, he might have been jumped by Joe Milton, by Jason McCarthy for sure.
Penix had a great combine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I felt that was crazy.
Did you see Heisman, Jaden or Jalen?
Jalen.
Jalen, you sure? What's his last name, Smith?
Daniels.
Daniels? Gosh, my bad.
Jaden Smith is Will Smith's son, who you just were about to word together.
Thank you. So Daniels, he's now, people thinking number 2. Might have been flying up here. Yeah, but Bo Nix not flying up. Let's move on here. There's 5 teams who have not made a single outside free agency, I was going to say hire, but signing. I want you to give me a quick yes or no. Are you concerned? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Right? New Orleans Saints.
They're all in. What?
New Orleans Saints. I actually think that ended today, actually. The Saints signed someone.
No.
Seattle Seahawks.
They haven't made a signing?
An outside signing. So they re-signed their own guy.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Indianapolis Colts.
They have a lot of money,
They
too.
have a ton of money.
Reno wants to go to Indiana.
Yikes.
Shout out to Indiana.
I mean, they brought back a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Like 5 guys.
They already had a talented roster.
They signed Kenny Moore, I think, today. Tampa Bay Bucks. I've only brought back their own guys.
Yeah.
No new guys.
Well, when you sign a quarterback, you can't afford to sign new guys.
Very true. Yeah. I just talked about Kenny Moore. He signed that 3-year, $30 million deal with the Colts. I think it's really important that they brought him back. I know he's not a superstar.
He's a very good nickel corner.
Yeah, he's a sticky cornerback down there, like in the mess of it. He's very tough. He could play some safety. I know he's a vocal leader for that defense. I think he was very important.
I think he's a lot better than he's a very good nickel corner.
I'd rather have him than Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. Moving on here, the Patriots. There's another guy that I don't know why people don't like him. Obviously not the level of Justin Fields, but Josh Uche, the Patriots. He re-signs there for 1 year. 1 year pick, former second-round pick.
Well, he had one good year, and then he fell off last year, and then that's why.
He was okay last year.
Yeah. Interesting, though. He's
a young pass rusher.
Kind of a sneaky ad.
Yeah, kind of like a poor man's Bryce Huff.
But unfortunately, he goes to New England, so we will never see him again.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Packers, good news here, Gabe. You re-signed your all-pro returner, Keisan Nixon.
Keisan Nixon, LBC.
That's the coolest spelling Keisan I've ever seen. 3-year, $18 million deal, at the most being worth 19, which is great money for him. He was one of my guys in free agency that I would love for the Eagles to have signed him.
Yeah.
Tell us everything he does for the Packers.
Special teams, he's developed as a cornerback very well. A leader, just a dog. You see him on the sideline, gets in guys' faces. Chris is a great guy to have.
Isn't he a great returner too?
Yeah.
I said special teams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's what he's known for. His special teams, awesome.
Yeah, he's not like a Matt Slater special teams though. He's like ace return man.
Yeah,
Well, I'm saying Matt Slater's not returning any punts. Like
I'm sure at some point.
Like Keisan Nixon taking it to the house.
Keisan Nixon at anyone he gets, he could just be gone in that same play. It's crazy.
Nice. Packers so far, decent offseason.
Yeah. No, Nixon's great ad. He was probably getting courted by a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Eagles.
I mean, 3-year 18 is pretty good for him.
That's to lock him up.
Yeah. Here's another Eagles signing here, Devante Parker, who I was so excited about when I first saw it, and then I looked about Devante Parker and what he's been the last couple of years. I was a lot less excited.
Well, he's better than Quez Watkins.
Is he?
Yeah, Quez Watkins is ass.
Devante Parker is on a 4-year streak of leading the league in the least amount of separation on routes.
That's good.
That's good. He's probably a great blocker.
Dude, he's keeping him close to when he gets separation when he needs it.
I'm not excited at all about Devante Parker. Like I would, I'd rather have Julio Jones back.
I want to see the details of his contract to see if he can be cut at training camp.
I mean, he's only making $1 million, so probably. But I think he's a very likely candidate to be cut.
Yeah,
by like some camp hero, undrafted free agent. New England, man, we're talking a lot of Patriots today. They're pursuing Calvin Ridley. Now, I like Calvin Ridley. I was hoping they would go for like a big time receiver though.
Yeah,
like I guess there's not a lot available, but I mean, Calvin Ridley was up and down last year. He's obviously not the same as he was before he got suspended.
Yep.
Calvin Ridley, if he went to the Patriots, does that move the needle very much?
No. Patriots are, I don't know what their tactic is.
Yeah, let's go through the weapons
But
they've
this
acquired.
shouldn't be priority one as Calvin Ridley. That should not happen.
Yeah, so they're targeting Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
They brought in Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
Wah, wah.
Sweet.
They re-signed Kendrick Bourne.
Stud.
3-year, $33 million.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Sweet.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry, locking him up, making sure that this average tight end stays there, so they're average.
We're excited about them because they have picks and a lot of money.
Tell you what they do.
What?
They do a great job of collecting average players.
Yeah.
That's why they're the way they are.
That's why they love Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley, though, is playing another game. I want to read these tweets here from Albert Breer. He's kind of exposing them. He says, fascinating situation with Calvin Ridley. Per terms of the Falcons-Jags trade, that's how Calvin Ridley came to the Jags. Atlanta gets a 2 if Ridley re-signs with the Jags before Wednesday at 4, and a 3 if he re-signs thereafter. So the Jags are motivated to wait, and Ridley's camp has the extra time to drive the number up.
So if they sign him after Wednesday, it's just a third round.
Just a third that goes back to the Falcons. And if he, like the report says, wants to go back there anyway,
yeah,
and the Jags are just saying, okay, well, we're willing to wait,
and
they're basically just going to screw the Falcons out of a
It's
a
funny.
round.
I thought Gabe Davis took his role in money.
Apparently not.
Maybe they're getting both.
It's his home state. He obviously was very close to Trevor Lawrence. It looks like I could see him going back there on a super team-friendly deal.
Yeah, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, and Gabe Davis is pretty nice receiving core.
Yeah. Albert Breer also says those involved believe Calvin Ridley wants to stay home in his home state with the Jaguars, but the Patriots have been involved and aggressive.
We need Calvin Ridley. This is the guy who's going to turn the whole thing around. Calvin Ridley.
Other teams doing huge moves, and they're just blowing up Calvin Ridley's phone.
Calvin, please call us back. Calvin. Calvin. What's the head coach? It's Jared
Mayo.
All right.
Let's move on here. The
Great
Bucs, as a theme of their whole offseason, running it back with Lavonte David. I think most likely going to retire there after this one.
And sign him before they sign Devin White. I wonder where Devin White goes.
I think Devin White's actually going to go.
Yeah.
He's much younger, right?
Yeah, White, much younger.
Yeah. Gabe.
Yeah.
Simone Biles will no longer be at Packer home games,
man,
unless they're playing the Bears.
Yeah.
Her husband? Are they married?
Yeah, they're married.
Her husband signs Jonathan Owens, signs a 2-year deal with the Bears. I think Jonathan Owens is one of the up-and-coming DBs in the league. I really like him. He's aggressive. He's physical. I think he's smart. I loved him in the playoffs last year when they were making their run. You sad about not seeing Simone Biles anymore?
Heck yeah, dude. It was so nice to have her on the sideline.
Oh, she's married.
That's a
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying it was great to have a power couple. I mean, the Chiefs had it with, the Swifties. We had her.
And she's an Olympian, so this is a pro
It's
Olympian.
very easy to get behind her.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, wow.
Oh,
I am saying a lot of things. Joey, back to you.
Let's move on here. 4-time Pro Bowler defensive end Danielle Hunter is signing with the Texans. Per Rappaport, negotiated a deal for Hunter for 98% of his contract will be guaranteed. 98%. That's how you get someone to sign the dotted line.
That's crazy. What makes you think? Would he not want to really go there until they show him the money?
It's interesting. 87.5 career sacks, just 29 years old. You imagine he has plenty of gas left in the tank.
Him, Will Anderson.
Yep,
Very
Will
nice
Anderson.
dude.
They also traded for Danico Autry from the Titans.
Yep.
That's a nice defensive line.
They signed Autry.
They signed him. Yeah. Well, either way, he's from the Titans. He's going to join the team now. Al Shahir in the linebacker section or section
room
level. Sorry,
Yeah.
level. And then the defensive backfield. They signed a safety, didn't they? They signed a safety. Maybe not. They've done some stuff in the offseason, some defensive work there. I like what they've done. I kind of was on them yesterday about not being super aggressive, but I think they've kind of sneakily added just some quality players to the roster.
Yeah, Danielle Hunter's pretty good at, and he's probably loving 98% of your contract guaranteed. Yeah. Yes. Where do I sign?
Yeah. Steelers made a trade. I do not like this trade on so many different levels, but nevertheless, Steelers are sending Diontae Johnson to the Panthers to be Bryce Young's number 1 receiver. And I think they're getting back like a 6th or a 7th.
I had no idea this happened.
Are you serious?
Same here.
I did not know. I was like, wow. I thought it was a rumor.
Okay, let's get your immediate reaction then.
Poor Diontae. Oh my God,
that sucks.
R.I.P. Even in fantasy, you were kind of passable in years past. You're just fucked now. You're in Carolina with David Tepper.
Yeah, this was when I saw it. I just thought, well, there goes Diontae. He's gonna go be. I think he's everything that that Bryce Young needs, mostly because he'll just be wide open.
And then he might drop it, though.
Like, he's like a better – yeah, he might drop it. He's like a better – like, because that's why Thielen worked so well last year, because he's a great route runner.
And good separation.
Yeah, good separation. And he might be the best in the league. I mean, behind, like, Devontae Adams.
The core they have is starting to look like a decent one. Starting Diontae.
Yeah.
85-year-old Adam Thielen, and then whatever their third guy is, the kind of repertoire of Mingo and whoever else. This kind of, I'm pretty sure he's not pumped about playing for the Panthers. Might be the worst team in football again, but I mean, what did they get back?
I thought it was like a 6th, or they swapped like a 6th and 7th or something. So it wasn't much.
So the Steelers are now okay.
So I mean, now the Steelers I think have major weapons problems.
Yeah,
like George Pickens is not enough. Just do it by himself.
With fire. I think I just saw the tweet that the Steelers are now going to take consider a wideout at number 20. It's a deep wideout class. Yeah.
This one's really interesting and could get much more interesting as the offseason goes by. Justin Jefferson was on God, I can't remember her name now. She used to be on NFL Network. Used to host the morning show.
Kay Adams.
She was on Kay Adams' show.
This is pro Kay Adams show, by the way.
Absolutely.
Friend of the show. Please be on our show.
I have literally asked her to be on the show one day, just over and over. I think one day she'll be a guest on the show. 100%.
I think we like it for different reasons. You're more professional.
Sure.
I have a major crush on Kay Adams.
Adam Schefter dropped a bomb today that Justin Jefferson had turned down a $30 million a-year extension before the season started. And there's a video connected to this tweet that we're not going to play right now. But he brought up a lot of scenarios involving Justin Jefferson, many of which involved him being traded away to another team. Not wanting to be part of it. What's that?
Do you have that? I have that tweet right in front of me. Is it up here?
Are you going to read it? Or
yeah.
Ask me about it.
I was asking if you had it on the thing.
No.
Okay. Reportedly, the Bengals turned out an offer for 2 firsts and T. Higgins for Justin Jefferson. So the Bengals are trying to get
I'm going to need a source on that. Who tweeted it?
Holy crap.
Kevin Grenier from NFL.com.
I mean, that's not a bad source.
He's featured on ESPN, Bleacher Report, Sports Illustrated.
Say the
Kevin Grenier.
No, say the offer again.
Okay. Vikings reportedly turned down a Bengals trade offer for 2 firsts and T. Higgins for Justin Jefferson.
Both teams.
I want to do one by one here. If you would take that, would you take that? If you were the Vikings,
yeah,
I think I'd take that too.
I'd take that too.
Would you guys take it?
If I'm the Vikings?
Yeah,
absolutely.
2 firsts and T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Can you think?
I mean, the rest of
Ja'Marr Chase and Justin Jefferson.
I was about to say the rest of the league is gonna hate you for doing it.
Yeah, I mean that was
the NFL.
That was one of the scenarios. That's what Kay Adams was kind of referring to on her show. And Jefferson just laughed and said, "I'm not going to talk about that right now."
It was probably more real than people think.
Ja'Marr Chase was dropping some cryptic tweets today.
Look, Kirk Cousins leaving did not help the cause to sign Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
long term.
I mean, it's not like you always say this whenever I bring up a rumor. Where's the money? Show me the money, because unless they're signing a dotted line, it's not real. Jefferson should be signed by now. It's protocol that Jefferson would have signed an extension by now, and he hasn't. Now we're getting reports that he's turned down big money. And we're getting reports that he's flirting with other teams.
He's not staying.
He might not stay.
Vibes are this guy's looking for a way out.
Texans, Chiefs, Bengals. Michael, I think he's one of those 3.
If it was the Chiefs, that's pretty unfair.
That's
even though
that's
what's crazy. I don't think they need him, which is crazy.
They don't.
But still, I just want to see Ja'Marr Chase and Justin Jefferson on the same field.
That would be so wild.
Please, someone stop this.
Yeah.
I want to see who you cover because someone's be single covered.
But on the other side, if you're going to rebuild now because you're signing Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Sorry, I spit right across the table. My bad.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. You have Jordan Addison from last year.
Yeah.
Hawkinson's going to take a minute to come off in the injury list, but tight ends usually last a while.
Yeah.
You're rebuilding. Like it's
2 firsts and a young wide who you could sign for about $8
re-sign
million
T.
cheaper.
Higgins.
Yeah, you sign him cheap. Yeah.
Now you have T. Higgins and Addison.
Yep.
You know that'll work just fine.
It's better than most
with
teams.
Hawkinson.
Yep.
That's a great wide receiver core.
And 2 firsts.
And 2 firsts.
I mean, they're going to be Bengals first, but still first.
Yeah. It's like as wild as that all sounds, it makes sense. Like complete sense.
If I'm the Vikings, I'm like, I would ask Justin. I'll ask him one more time. Do you want to stay with us?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna need you to clip this and release it as soon as this trade goes through.
Yeah.
We're first. We're first on the mic with this.
This is
behind Kay Adams.
Yeah.
That's the way we like it.
Just gonna move on. Okay, we didn't talk about this the other day, and it's my fault. Fletcher Cox.
It's our team's fault.
There was quite a bit happening yesterday, so it was
Yeah.
just hard to get to. But Fletcher Cox called it quits this offseason, this past weekend. Of course, just after Jason Kelce had retired. Fletcher Cox, I'll read a couple of his career accolades here. Of course, a Super Bowl champ, 6-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro. I want to get the sacks number. Where's the sacks? 70 sacks as a defensive tackle.
Now, you had a take on this that I didn't really agree with you, but I want you to say
First
it now.
ballot Hall of Famer?
No, that he. Well, I think we were trying to compare which one was better, Kelce or Fletcher Cox.
I think as a player, Fletcher Cox had a better career. Like, I think he was just a better player. Jason Kelce said the same thing, if that means anything, too.
Yeah. It's really an end of an era. I want to get HH's take as an Eagle fan over here.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to compare them because I just want to celebrate both of them.
I'm not saying compare. Just how good was Fletcher Cox?
I mean, start to finish his career, I think overall, the whole body of work was better than Jason Kelce.
Yeah.
And this is another one of my guys.
And they're two
one
first.
of my guys I'm seeing.
I will say, though,
sunset.
I was never able to buy his jersey.
No.
Because I want Cox on my back.
Yeah. We got to get that clipped. What he just said. What he just said.
Gabe's over there, like, working on it.
As soon
Already ahead of you, buddy.
needs to get recorded.
No,
for all time.
but real talk, though, I didn't want the word Cox
yeah.
on my shoulder blades.
It's tough.
For a while, he was the best player on our team.
Yeah,
I want an Eagles jersey, but I'm not buying his.
Yeah.
You want that on your shoulders.
Yeah.
No.
Either way, to compare these two is just to compare two first ballot Hall of Famers.
You talk about a bad day.
Yeah.
Get some Cox on your shoulders.
Yeah. You want to stay away? He's a Cox-free Jones.
Oh, yeah. See
Yeah.
these guys? Cox-free area.
No Cox around here.
Sorry. Let's honor Fletcher Cox retired. Big 91. Honestly, he was, besides Aaron Donald for a time, the best D tackle in football.
Yeah.
I think the conversation is him or Chris Jones. That's going to be the
And then at one
comparison.
point, he was the highest paid interior lineman in the league. Yeah.
Yep. He did everything. He was a pass rusher. He was an incredible run stuffer.
Captain.
He's a captain. He's
Leader.
in Philadelphia, they have the big four, and it was Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, Fletcher Cox, and Brandon Graham. Now 2 of those are retired.
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox just meant a lot to the city. He never really ingratiated himself as much as Jason Kelce did. That's why you're not seeing him as much out there. And Jason Kelce has gotten really famous last year or so.
Like Cox just sent out a well-crafted tweet.
Yeah.
And then
Nice tweet, and a statement. But
He's kind of a private guy. You ever seen what he does in his free? He's like owns a big ranch. He
Yep.
rides ATVs around, likes to hunt.
Just hunts. Like,
Very
he's going to
good,
spend all his retirement just in a tree stand shooting deer. Like, that's what he wants to do.
Good for him, though. I mean, now go do your thing. You gave everything you had to the city of Philadelphia, champion, leader, first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, what a career! Can we get a round of applause for Fletcher Cox, please? Like, what a career!
That's okay.
Yeah, it's a sad day.
What was I going to say?
And just football wise, the Eagles have prepared for this already.
Mm-hmm.
They have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis.
That's a pretty good way to fall back.
I think they'll make a notable signing before because Fletcher, Howie Roseman, usually has this stocked. Defensive tackle position.
Yeah.
I will say, though, just like Jason Kelce, he's going down on top. He played really well last year.
Yeah.
Like, he played really well last year and decides he's going to quit in his own terms.
An end of an era.
Just really cool.
We brought to see the end here.
Only 2 more of those left. Out with the old, in with the new here. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson joining the Eagles once again after talking a fair amount of crap last year after leaving. But water under the bridge, 3 years, $33 million. He'll come back to a team that really, really needs him.
The power of money, man, make you go right back to the team that you just hated. No, the Eagles needed him, and he needs a Philly. What a great pairing these two things are.
Yeah,
he's a trash talker, big mouth playmaker.
Yeah.
A team that needed all those things last year.
Yeah, they need some attitude. They need some. They need some vocal,
some playmaking in the secondary.
Yeah, especially like when you play someone like the 49ers.
Yep.
Or the teams that just thrive on physicality.
Yeah.
You want guys like this who are just are there for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like just gamers.
And he's pretty funny trash talker.
He's hilarious.
He's the best trash talker in the league.
He's hilarious. No, I think we actually did a poll this year where he was like the best trash. It was a player poll.
Yeah.
And he was the best trash talker in the league.
Yeah.
Better than anyone on the Packers, I know for sure.
We want a guy
Broncos too.
Go ahead.
No, he's the best trash talker. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this means no Justin Simmons on the Eagles.
Yeah. Well, they can play together, right?
Yeah.
CJ is kind of a nickel corner now, kind of a right. He's not really one position. He plays a lot. Simmons would be. If they get Simmons, you fix all your problems.
I saw Simmons was going to visit with the Titans.
Oh no,
Man, that would suck.
sorry, Justin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sean Payton hates your money and what you make.
Let's move on here to the most petty signing of the of free agency. Patrick Queen is going to join the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 3-year, $41 million deal, leaving the Ravens.
This is personal.
To go play his former team twice a year.
This is some personal shit right here.
I mean, he's a Pittsburgh Steeler for sure. I mean, he's an AFC North guy.
Yeah.
He needs to stay in the AFC North, and if he's not going to be in Baltimore, Pittsburgh is the next best. Those games are going to be so much fun.
He's going. I can't wait for these games.
Yeah.
Now they're just swapping players.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Russell Wilson's on board with this.
Yeah.
See a tweet from him?
I did not.
Yeah. Russell Wilson went on Twitter and said, "Queen."
You've given us 2 good sound bites. That one.
Do you think his face looked like this when he said it? AJ, do you have that? Queen. That's your
Don't
boy.
do that to him.
That's your boy.
I feel bad for Russell Wilson.
Don't feel bad. He does it to himself.
Yeah. Come on.
Cheese ball. Yeah.
That's so cheesy. That's so cheesy.
Patrick Queen though, phenomenal signing, but I think Russ needs to just stop tweeting. Russ,
You can tell he's so happy that Sean Payton can't control his social media anymore.
Russ, please stop tweeting.
He can't wait till he wins week 1.
Oh,
And he's going to tweet,
yeah.
Still got it.
Yeah, still got it.
Still going.
Or still going.
Yep.
Still got this. Oh God. I saw some tweets about his next phrase. You know, how,
yeah.
like just ride.
Yeah.
It was like
Let's ride.
like or let's ride, whatever. Like now it's like let's forge because he's trying because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. Like he's in the lab right now cooking up something.
He's working.
He's like wait for week 1, baby, to break it out.
I mean, but Patrick Queen, it's a great fit though.
Yeah, him, Holcomb, right there in the middle. They'll smack you in the mouth, dude. That's a physical duo.
Queen, I think, is he blitzes a lot.
Yeah, that's
So you're gonna have Queen
Holcomb
shooting the gaps up the middle, and then high water,
high tower,
and Watt.
Yeah,
there on the edges. That's noise.
that's a nice linebacker core just to try to. Oh, I'll tell you which guys.
They might make the playoffs. I don't think so.
I talked to a Steelers fan today.
Yeah,
and I legit asked her. I was like, she's a lifetime long Steelers fan. I asked her, what's your take on Russ? Like, some guys just need to know when they're washed. That was her literal take.
That's a great take.
And she's from Pittsburgh. She's
welcome to Pittsburgh.
She's a diehard. Like, some guys need to know when they're washed. I wanted to say to her, and I don't think you've seen Kenny Pickett. He's pretty ass.
Yeah,
I think
he came in the league.
No matter what Russ is and what he is now, he's still better than everything that they had last year and the year prior to that.
TBD for me, but yeah, I mean, he very well could be.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals, speaking of the AFC North here, they're just doing Joe Mixon dirty in all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
Not only did they decide we're going to replace you and then get rid of you after free agency started when all the money's gone.
Yep.
You're not going to get to choose where you go.
Nope.
We're going to send you over to, even though Texas is a nice landing spot.
Yeah.
But maybe you didn't want to go to Houston. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
You're going to Houston. I think they got like a 7th-round pick for him, like next to nothing.
Which means he was going to be cut either way.
Yeah. Bengals, you're fine. Zach Moss, pretty much the same thing, just a younger version, right?
Well, Moss is a step down.
You think so?
Yeah. Definitely think he's a step down.
Agree, disagree. Do we have our first board bet?
Ooh.
I think, yeah.
Only we had a board.
Ah, board right there.
Oh, right there. Look at
Yep. Okay, so I.
Look at that board.
It might be because your eyes just got punched.
really bad. Yeah.
What the hell happened to you?
Sometime during this recording,
Show it to the
something
camera.
got in my eye.
Flew right in
Show
there.
it to the
purposely
camera.
looking at AJ.
Look at the camera. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what happened just during the show.
It's from all the tears from Aaron Jones.
I've been over here trying
This
to.
is Aaron Jones.
It's just
what Aaron Jones does to me.
Took all the tears.
Okay, but I'm going to bet that Zach Moss has a better year.
Want to do some fictional money here?
Just some real money.
Oh,
Not fictional money.
I am out.
Stand on it, man.
Okay, I'm gonna stand on Zach Moss having a better year than Joe Mixon. You're gonna go Joe Mixon.
Okay, so more rushing yards, right? Or rushing touchdowns.
Let's do something a little like not so based on the team. Let's do yards per carry and
No, because that's gonna have like a minimum 100 carries.
Before
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
getting
do
real
that,
complicated.
who was the rookie running back they had last year? I mean,
Chase Brown.
Is the backfield solely belong to Zach Moss?
He's very good.
He's
Chase
pretty good.
Brown had I think I saw a tweet today. He had the most like over 20-yard runs, explosive plays last year.
All right, I'm out. I'm out. Let's talk about Joe Mixon on the Texans. Though,
Yeah.
Because that's, speaking of guys who had their fantasy relevance just right back into play, Joe Mixon's going to be drafted in at least the second, third round.
Yeah, I think his fantasy stuff might have improved from. I don't know. That should tell you how good CJ Stroud is. To go from Burrow to anybody would be a downgrade for most quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But now it's almost a lateral move.
And we'll see. I think Mixon gives them a vet, gives them some toughness. Also, a guy who caught a lot of passes last
And
year.
better than Singletary, too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And fantasy-wise, Damian Pierce Truthers just put it to bed.
He's done.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
In the eyes of an angel. Yeah, it's...
Glad you did that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. We're going to take a quick break there just to handle a medical emergency. Gabe had a little eye issue that we addressed.
Yep.
And we addressed it kind of around the board. We're going to wear these for safety. Boys?
Yeah, I feel more safe.
Yep, we got Gabe nice and guarded there, so his eye sickness can't.
My eye is still in tremendous pain.
And to make him feel less self-conscious about it,
Here we go.
we have joined the fight.
There's a team atmosphere.
We are trying to help our brother out, literally,
Yeah.
by looking like complete fucking morons.
This is
Thank
a
you.
positive work environment.
For the podcast listeners, we're wearing glasses, so you're probably not funny at all.
Yeah.
YouTube, enjoy. This will never happen again.
Yeah. For the pod.
Yeah, for the pod, boys.
Let's talk about running backs here. The NFL running back landscape has changed in a huge way. We're not going to get too into this, but I did want to kind of recap because
can't
look at all that's happened
I can't see.
in 2 days.
Okay.
I'm going to read it.
Yeah, there you go.
In 2 days. Saquon, of course, to the Eagles. Many believe that's the greatest move maybe in history.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry to the Ravens. Jacobs to the Packers. That's okay. Aaron Jones to the Vikings. Huge move. Joe Mixon to the Texans. Eckler to the Commanders. DeAndre Swift to the Bears. Pollard to the Titans. Singletary to the Giants. That's underrated. Gus Edwards to the Chargers. Also underrated. Zach Moss to the Bengals. Gifted to the Patriots. So much has happened.
Okay, I want to go around.
You look so stupid.
I want to go. I want to go around.
Yeah.
And your favorite and least favorite signing.
Yeah, I like
Running back
that.
sign. I'll start with our resident Packer fan.
Yeah.
Favorite signing?
Yeah.
Favorite
and,
signing?
and least favorite.
Favorite signing of probably McKinnon to the Packers because we really needed
Okay.
that help.
Running backs. Running backs.
Oh, running backs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh
Running backs. Well, the one I hate the most, obviously, is Aaron Jones one. I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
that makes sense.
going to a rival team, I hate that.
Yeah.
My favorite one, let's see. Joe Mixon to the Texans.
Wow, so it's not your boy. It's not Jacobs.
It's not. Yeah, I'm
Interesting.
not gonna lie. It's Joe Mixon Texans.
AJ?
My favorite, I'm going to second that, Joe Mixon to the Texans.
A lot of fun.
And we asked least favorite, right below that, Austin Eckler to the Commanders. I think that's just a fart in the wind.
It really is. That is the perfect way to put it. It's a fart in the wind.
Yep.
It stinks. It's an inconvenience, and you're going to forget all about it.
Yep.
I'm going to go Saquon to the Eagles because that's just a Super Bowl type move. And then I think my least favorite is actually Tony Pollard to the Titans. I was so excited to see Tajay Spears. I thought I knew they'd get him help, but Pollard feels like a 50-50 split type guy.
Yeah.
So I that's the one that bummed me out the
Man,
most.
who would have thought that the free agency day one is dominated by running backs?
Isn't that crazy?
After last year, it was like the anti-running back year. No one was signing running backs to anything. This year, all the money, well, sort of money,
Oh, that's
goes
very
towards.
true,
Yeah,
actually,
it's
yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
the NFL just doesn't let you breathe on one, storyline. It'll change up just like next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
What
a wild
who's
time.
your favorite and least favorite?
Derrick Henry to the Ravens is my favorite.
Yeah, you've been on there for a
It
minute.
had to happen.
Yeah.
They needed a guy like this for the longest time, and now they have literally their workhorse running back.
Least favorite?
I'll back up AJ there. Eckler to the Commandos.
Fart in the wind.
We're never going to see him again. Shout out to Austin Eckler because we'll never hear from him again.
Yeah.
Your fantasy relevance is done.
Easy.
It's just he's done. R.I.P. Gone too soon. Austin Eckler.
All right, as we close the show today, we're going to talk about something kind of football related. Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Here we go.
Has got a little politically involved recently, most recently on the Pat McAfee show, just going toe-to-toe with Jimmy Kimmel, who's definitely a free thinker.
I I'm gonna side with the Aaron Rodgers side on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Aaron Rodgers is going to be on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s short list to be his running mate on his independent presidential ticket in November, per the New York Times. Aaron Rodgers beginning his political career running as an independent vice president.
You know how
Thoughts?
This would have worked if he was a still Green Bay Packer. The Packers, all of Green Bay would have voted for Aaron Rodgers.
Very true.
But now I don't know who votes for him.
He's in New York now.
He's in New York.
He's
Yeah.
a New Yorker. Yeah.
New York's a key,
That's a pretty left-wing
quite the
state.
key state here.
This is. I wonder. It's gonna be funny if I'm filling out my ballot for the next commander-in-chief of our great nation, and I see fucking Aaron Rodgers' name on there.
Yeah, I'd be like, did anyone else win a Super Bowl here? I didn't think so.
Where's the fucking resume? Go, Aaron!
It is happening quite. Like I think Steve Garvey recently, like he's like
I don't
going. Yeah, no, he's like he's trying to go for the Senate.
I don't know. About
Steve
I haven't read
Garvey-
my
wrong show, man.
I haven't read my weekly Steve Garvey
I'm just
newsletter.
saying,
Where's
all
Garvey
these-
at nowadays?
All these guys are going. They're running in politics now.
What's
Just
Steve
saying.
doing?
Steve's always up to some madness.
You guys
poor
voted for
Garvey.
Aaron?
If I see, it's gonna be hard for me. No, but like, if I see Aaron Rodgers, that's pretty cool.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take him seriously. I'll 100% look up his policies.
Jets fans should frame that shit. Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers on the presidential ballot. That's like part of American history now and sports history.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is
Yeah.
just what Aaron Rodgers has become. I cannot wait to see this guy turn into an old man.
Yeah, he's gonna be such an insufferable prick.
He's gonna be on all the networks.
he's gonna be.
He's gonna be on all the networks. He's gonna be definitely 100% a podcaster.
Yeah.
100% a podcaster.
Even though he says, "I don't like the spotlight," I like to. No, fuck
He
you, Aaron.
loves
You love the
that
spotlight.
stuff.
Yeah,
and it's
he
okay.
loves it.
We all love spotlight.
He's also very good at it.
yeah.
Like you're very good at saying crazy things. So
Good. I mean, this is
because he believes them.
what a freaking awesome story this is. I hope he actually runs, dude. Look at that picture. Come on. I mean, shortly after he quit.
That's all I could think about when I see the
Picture to
picture.
go off of.
Shortly after he was rolling around on the ground, but
whereas-
that was quite the moment.
Yeah,
that was the moment.
It was,
too.
yeah.
Oh gosh, do you imagine he's walking into a presidential campaign?
Just
or,
in a Jets uniform and
no.
a flag.
The video that's playing
Oh yeah.
is just this in slow mo.
Yeah, I want to see him and Trump I want to see him and Donald Trump have a debate of something.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
two
he probably
petty
much
guys.
more wants to argue with Biden.
Kamala Harris
Or
probably.
if he could get Fauci in a room,
Yeah.
he'll give it to him.
Fauci.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers coming to a ballot near you.
That is wild.
What is happening to our great nation?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's great.
Yeah, I love America.
We were promised The Rock. We got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, hey, we'll take it.
That's
Because Rock's kind of a dick.
I like The Rock, but yeah, I guess we're all entitled to our own opinion. That's our show for today. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 103. Free agency has been fantastic. Still got a couple names on the board.
Yep.
Still some names out there, so let's keep up with it. We'll see you Friday with more news, and I'm all alone here. You guys aren't going to say anything, huh?
Peace.
All right.
Love you guys.
See you Friday.